welcome to another edition of Taura with the Prince. I'm your boy Russell, aka the Prince. It's another beautiful day where we are coming out to you and bring another young entrepreneur who's in business, who's doing big things for themselves, and we want you guys to know about them. That's the whole purpose of this show, to get these young entrepreneurs out there so that you guys can know about them. Today we're talking about a company that I saw on Facebook, and I was so interested, I was so intrigued to find out what was going on. And the name is Dengu, and I have the man himself, Sungano. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, thank you for having me.
Cool. So, Sungano, tell us, who's Sungano?
Sungano is Sungano Mwarumba, father, husband, dad. I don't know. Sungano is just plain Sungano Mwarumba. I think a boy brought up in Chipinge, Bulawa, Yomutare, bit of fusion of, well,
okay, so you're a fusion of Zimbabwe. You're like a cocktail, a Zimbabwean cocktail.
Yeah, just the dark version of it. That's the dark version of it. Yeah, but yeah. So there's basically Sungano. I'm passionate about life and improving lives. I think growing up is something that is you come from in our African culture, we believe in extended families.
Yes.
So it is the next person that you worry about more than about yourself. So it is what can I do for the next person that pushes you to the next level. So whatever you think of, whatever you do, is about what can I do to help the next person. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's one thing that keeps me going. So if I can change a life today or tomorrow, I'll look forward to the next day.
Wow. Now, talking about changing lives, you've been brought up in those areas, and some of the areas that you talked about are kind of like rural areas in Zim.
Yeah.
How was your upbringing? What would you say was a defining moment in your life? That would, if I talk about Sungano back then, you'd say, wow, it takes me back to this place.
I would say it's actually quite funny. I would say maybe during the time I didn't see it as a privilege, growing up in a rural setup, and I thought it was a disadvantage. That's the honest truth. You know, you go into school, you're coming with these boys from all the hoods and everything. You're like, but now when I look back at it, I feel like, you know what, it was a privilege because I got to understand life from either ends. I would reflect mainly when I was doing my high school. I remember my dad, my first time going into high school, I was expecting pocket money. This is my first time going into boarding school, and I was like, man, I'm in. You know, this old man is going to give me some money.
Exactly.
What does he do? He comes up 2 days before I go for school. He brings me a bunch of envelopes, all of them stamped. He's like, dude, you sell these, you make your pocket money.
What was that now?
No, he didn't just give me envelopes stamped, like you sell this to your peers, that's how you make your pocket money. What? Man. Okay, so from then on, I think that is where it kind of brought this thing in me that, you know what, out of any situation you actually get something.
You can change, you can make something out of it.
From then on, I would say that is one point I like, even when I think about my dad, I always think that about him. That's the one thing he imparted to me that I always like, you know what, this is what my dad gave.
So he's the one that actually told you that you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a businessman. You don't need $20 million to be a businessman. You can just need a couple of envelopes with stamps and you can make a difference in someone's life.
Well, to be honest, he never told me that, but then, yeah, he gave me the idea that he actually can do that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you growing up, obviously you've come out of that situation, you've moved on in life, right? Now, what things do you look in your life and you say, wow, I never thought I would be at this place right now?
A lot, actually. Well, for starters, I'm here in Cape Town. Well,
yes.
Well, you know, for any Zim guy, you'd be like, what? Cape Town, that's far.
Yeah.
Maybe Joburg, fine, I'll go there.
True.
But here am I now, I'm loving it in Cape Town, 9 years on. I love it. Also, being in a position to run a business, not just run a business, but also create synergy with other bigger players.
Exactly.
Like, for instance, I'll go on Dengu. We have partnered recently with Aaron Richards for a distribution deal, which I would never thought initially when we went on to meet with them, talk with them, you'd be like, you meet these guys from all the high offices and everything, you'd be like, they actually listen to you. So you look at you like, wow, God, you're wonderful.
Exactly.
Because I never thought growing up you would do something. Yes, you got ambitions and everything, but at times you just feel like, you know what, these are just dreams that I feel about. But looking back on that, it's something I like, you know what, this is where I am, and I thank God for that.
Wow. I look at my peers. I was in Zim a couple of months ago, and I look at my peers and I'm like, but where did I go right and where did I go wrong? Because you see some of these young people, they get to an extent where you don't know if they're going left or they're going right. But like I was asking, it's going to sound like I'm asking the same question, but I want to know the defining moment. I want to know what gave you that goal. Where did you get to that point where you said this is it?
All right. So I'll try exemplify this. It's like when you're in high school. Remember when you get to O level, you're given like 9 subjects.
Exactly.
There's a mix of arts, commercials, and science in there. I think my thinking, they do that is because to broaden your thinking and to broaden your options. So in my case, I've tried so many things before. So I feel when you get that kind of education where you have like you do 9 subjects, they're trying to excite your mind in different ways. So what went wrong, what went right? It's about when you do this, that, and that, and that. Like obviously, when you get out of college and everything, like I'm looking for a job.
Yeah. So obviously, it was trial and error.
Trial and error. You try this, it works out. Try that, doesn't work out. You try this, it's exciting, keeps you going. Later on, it dies down. That kind of thing. So I believe it is through that process that you then go to like, this is it. So I started out, but never had something like, this is really what I want. If you asked me 2 years back, I was so much passionate about film and everything. I'm like seeing myself in the next Steven Spielberg and stuff. But then you look back and you go back and nah, maybe not that. Let me try that. You still do everything, but still you keep your options up. Oh, look, I'm still young enough. That's one thing I do, and I believe I can still try something else and do it well.
Wow, that's exciting. That's exciting. Guys, if you still want to hear more about Sungano's story, you still need to stay tuned.
Goma ye kwangu wangu inorira ichiti pangu pangu. 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 On the hustle, chaga mato pangu. Chaga mato, matabile. Goma ye kwangu wangu inorira ichiti pangu pangu. 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 On the hustle, chaga mato, matabile. Goma ye kwangu wangu inorira ichiti pangu pangu. Goma ye kwangu wangu inorira ichiti pangu pangu. Goma ye kwangu wangu inorira ichiti pangu pangu.
Welcome back, guys. You're still watching Taura with the Prince. I'm your boy Russell, aka the Prince. We're still sitting here with Sungano, enjoying a chat with Sungano. He's a young entrepreneur who's based in Cape Town. He's doing big things. You wouldn't imagine the amount of work that this guy goes through. He's never available, so I was actually happy to get a message from him to say, dude, how far can we do that interview? So we have him in studio and we're having a chat here. So before the break, you were talking about the defining moments, who you are. But now people are wondering, you're talking about business. What is the business all about? What's the name of the business?
Okay, cool. So the business is called Dengu Online. We initially started off as Dengu Groceries, which then changed to Dengu Online, because we also introduced a number of things apart from just groceries. So basically, in a nutshell, what you do is you pay for your groceries from anywhere outside Zimbabwe or each actually in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
You choose the items you want, you pay for your order. If you pay before 2 p.m., we deliver the same day. If you pay after 2 p.m., we deliver the next day. Basically, that's what Dengu does.
All right, so you're saying someone, like let's say for me,
yeah,
I go to a shop, I buy groceries, and then I say, Dengu, this is one I bought, I want it to be taken to Zimbabwe. Is that how it works?
No. Okay. But what you basically do is we have a catalog.
Okay.
You choose from the items we have already, or you go onto our website, you add the items you want to your cart, you make your payment, and we deliver in Zim. So, in other words, we are an online store which primarily delivers to Zimbabwe.
Okay, but how does it work?
In a simple way, you got items you want to choose, you come through to us, maybe on our WhatsApp line or onto the website. You choose the items you want, obviously the prices are there. You choose, these are the items I want, they'll cost this much. For instance, say they cost 700 rand. you choose your Edo items, you go make your 700 payment. The moment you do the payment, like I said, if you pay before 2 p.m. on the same day, we deliver the stuff the same day.
Okay. But what I'm asking is, okay, it's delivered. Okay, how is it delivered? Where is the stuff coming from?
All right.
So I'm in Cape Town, and I want to deliver it in Zimbabwe. How do you get the stuff?
All right. So, like I mentioned earlier, that we have since partnered with N Richards and a number of other small partner stores. Mm-hmm. What we then do is we work with these guys as a team, so they stock the stuff for us. So what we do is when you place your order, we will send an instruction. Okay, that Prince, as I've actually placed an order, please release these goods to the next person. Okay. That's what we will do for us. So we basically have that everything stocked already in Zim, and which are proudly Zimbabwean products.
Okay. All right.
So you place your order. The moment you make your payment, they get a notification that the order is ready for collection or delivery. Whichever you choose, if you choose delivery, our delivery guys will take for delivery. If you choose collection, they'll notify your recipient to come and pick up the order.
Wow. Now, you see, a lot of young people would sit at home and say, I don't have work. I don't know how to do this. What got you to that point where you ventured into this? What was your thought when you ventured into that?
Okay.
Because someone would say, I can easily send 700 Rand to my family and they can buy groceries there.
True.
What's the advantages and the disadvantages of?
Very true. So to get to the first part, what got me to thinking about this? It's about the experience I've gotten from working with different, working in different places. Mm-hmm. Like I mentioned earlier, you get into a number of things, you broaden your options, you see what interests you, what does not. So it is through that, I worked through a number of organizations, some big, some small. But then in that, you get the experience, you get the knowledge, and you get your eyes opened. This is an opportunity. So it is from then on, then you then think, what about I pursue this? Then you actually see you get 1 or 2 people actually come on to support you. And I believe as a youth today, what we need to do is stop looking for answers from other people,
exactly,
but rather looking for the problems we face as a society. Because it is the solutions that we bring about that bring business. Like the reason why did we go groceries and people can just send money is we think about the convenience. Like for instance, right now in Zim, you send money, there's this cash crunch, and people do not get the money like right away. So what we then introduce is number one, we introducing convenience. Number 2, there is affordability. You can actually budget for your family. You can actually make sure the basics, the essentials are covered for. And whenever you're sending money, it's for other stuff. And the main stuff that they need, well, you cut away room for misuse. I know I got a young brother who's like, you send them money, they feel like, oh, well, let me have 1 or 2 good times before I buy business with my parents. Exactly. But what you're saying is, we're not saying you shouldn't spoil them, but what you're trying to do is at least let them know you care, you take care of them, you have the essentials covered. You buy them grocery, your old man doesn't have to travel all the way to town, stand in the queues, get the money, worry about where can I swap the extra charges with, paying for that. They just get the stuff delivered to the doorstep and they enjoy their life.
Wow. Now, you talked about N Richards.
Correct.
That's a big company. That's a very big company. When you wore those shoes and you walked into that place, how did you feel? How did you feel? Because if it was me, I'd stand at the door and I'm like, am I really going to do this?
All right. So initially when I got there, I won't lie to you, I was nervous. Like I remember when they confirmed the meeting, they invited to come see them. So just to give a bit of a background to Dengu, I am the managing director of Dengu, but obviously I got shareholders, I got also a partner, business partner, Mr. Frank Mshakon, who is not here today, and some other investors on there. But what we've done is, when we went there, I was representing the company. You got this feeling like, yes, you're excited, they called us. At the same time, you never say, oh crap, can I really say that? Can I see it through? So I remember when I got there, the security guy at the gate looked at me like, look, I'm small, my friend is small and everything. So I get there, he looks at me, he's like, you said you got a meeting with Mr. Yitman, that's actually the one of the directors. Yeah. Okay, just wait.
I guess he looked from you from head to toe.
Man, trust you me. Look at me like, I know you're going to sneeze, you see, and everything, but nah, just hold it. Then later on, he let me in. And I remember when I went to the boardroom, when we sat down, it is when you begin to speak. And like personally with me, is when you speak about things that excite you,
exactly,
you never lose your footing.
Exactly.
So when you begin to talk and discuss options and arrange, to structure the deal, then you get comfortable, and actually the guys they were actually quite helpful, and even suggested other ideas we never thought of that we would actually explore. So it is something I always reflect on, and I'm like, you know what? Do it again? I would do it again.
You do it again.
Definitely.
Now there's a lot of young people that are watching this show. You'll be shocked that we're reaching Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique. We've got people watching in Australia, in the UK who watch this show. Now, there are young people sitting out there who are looking at you and like, really? Did he do that? Did he manage to conquer a giant like that? I want you to look into the camera and inspire someone. Talk to someone that is sitting with an idea. I was talking to someone who said the graveyard is the richest place on earth because a lot of people have died with their ideas. So I want you to speak to someone there and encourage them. Tell them that there is hope. Give them hope with their idea.
All right. I don't want to lie to you. There's one thing that is definite. There will always be challenges. But who say they shouldn't be there? I guess that's the reason why we have that word on the vocabulary. Challenges are there to be conquered and to propel us to the next level. No idea is too big, no idea is too small. All we gotta do is pursue and work on those ideas. You will be surprised how many people out there are ready and are willing to help and assist. Look, we should be open. What I would suggest to the next person, one thing that I failed to do myself before is trusting people around us to help us. In Shona, they say, chara chimwe achitswanyi inda, like maoko anogezana. You can never wash your hand, by itself. You need both hands to wash themselves so you make them clean. So what am I saying to the next person? I'm saying, as you watch right now, you might be too small for the idea, you might be too big for it, but you never know. Say to the next person, they'll help you, they'll propel you to the next side, to the next point. It is through interaction that we meet other people. It is through interaction that we meet answers to our prayers. I think we need to start, like the Bible says, pray and watch. As you pray, watch out who's there to help you. Stop praying with closing your eyes. Pray, watching, and look out for the answers. They might be sitting next to you. You never know who's going to be holding your hand tomorrow. So I believe to the next person, it's out there for the taking. The price is out there for the taking. Nothing should be low.
Wow. I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to take anything. Sungano has closed it up. But Sungano, also tell people where they can find you, where they can find Dengu, be it social media, be it emailing, be it phoning. How can they get a hold of you guys?
Okay, great. So our website is www.dengu.co.za. www.dengu, which is dengu.co.za. Or you can contact via WhatsApp +27 61 231 5900. 27 61 231 5900.
Cool. The numbers will also come on this at the bottom of the screen. You're going to check them out as well. If you didn't hear that, any chances of you guys spreading your wings into Africa?
The sky is the limit, man.
Cool. So there we ended. Sungano said that the sky is the limit for you. If you're looking to grow your idea, you need to step out of the boat and go out there and get what belongs to you. This week, I would like to end up by saying there is no dream that is too small. The difference between you getting to your dream is the difference between here and there. And the only difference between here and there is just the T in front of the there. So go out there and get what belongs to you. And for me and Sungano, Taura with the Prince, we thank you for joining us and we'll hope to see you again next week.
Moments like these are real and unplanned. Death is real. Every day, hundreds of foreign nationals are dying in South Africa. Majority of them are being buried here because families cannot afford to send their beloved ones to their home country. Are you covered? Do you have a funeral policy? Here is the solution. MFS Insure we will give you the best and the most affordable policy. What do you get from us? Member, spouse, and up to 6 children, you only pay as from 89 Rand per month. My brother, my sister, are you covered? Do you have a funeral policy? Make a wise decision. Take a policy with Maranatha Financial Solutions. This is a great opportunity for you to cover your extended family members. You want to cover your mother? Yes, you can cover her. You want to cover your father? You can cover with us. The waiting period is only 3 months, that is for natural causes. Accidents is immediate cover. What are the requirements for me to be registered? Very easy and simple. Your ID, your passport. What if I want this policy but I don't have a permit? No problem. Here's the solution. We can still cover you. What are other benefits that you get from us? You get a tombstone, you get a casket, we provide grocery allowance for the funeral. What if I've paid this policy for more than 3 years and I haven't yet claimed? What am I going to get from MFS? MFS, we value our clients. We are going to give you a cashback bonus. You can use that money for anything that you want. Make a wise decision. Check MFS. We carry you under our wings.
MFS Insure, we carry you under our wings. MFS Insure is a financial services provider underwritten by Ingwe Line.